the Alliance Theater has set the stage for an awesome performance right here at DeKalb County's own Porter Sanford III Performing Arts and Community Center. Offering you a front row seat to all things uniquely DeKalb County, DCTV gives you this exclusive sneak preview.
This is the jungle, after all. Now, listen to the laws of the jungle. These are the laws of the jungle. Many and mighty are they. You must follow the laws of the jungle. For the #1 laws.
This is the Jungle Book. This is so exciting to put on a story like this and to share this particular journey with this community. We have a cast of 6 actors only who really tell the whole story of the Jungle Book. And I'm really proud of the fact that we have a young actor playing Mowgli. So he is kind of carrying the show. It's his story of how this poor boy gets stuck in the jungle and then he is raised by wolves. And I think for me, what is so exciting about the story and so important about the story is the acceptance that that entire jungle family gives to this orphan boy. They bring him up and he becomes part of their world and they accept him as part of their world, and it's kind of a great lesson about accepting others into the family, even if it isn't blood.
When I was like 6 years old, I watched it and I was like, wow, he's super cool. He was one of the youngest protagonists that I've seen. When I first got the email, I had to take like a day just for it to sink in. But of course I accepted, because who wouldn't?
A human! Look! It's a man cub!
A man cub!
Since there's a lot of different versions of Mowgli, there's the really corny one in the Jungle Book, like the Disney one. And then there's Kipling's version, which is very fierce, and his personality was different from the Disney one. So I really had to mix those to form it into my own. I plan to take the audience on a trip with me because I feel that the young audience see themselves as Mowgli because he's one of the younger ones. And I feel we've all been related to Mowgli in a way. We've all felt unwelcome. And I really hope they find themselves in my character, and I hope they really take it and really feel something.
I've agreed to teach him as I teach the wolves. He'll be my greatest student.
I was just glad that we were bringing the show from the Alliance to a different location so that it could range and bring a different demographic to these theater shows that most theater kids wouldn't actually get to see. I know it'll inspire a lot of new kids into theater and get them to step into the world and try to do their own shows themselves. I think it's just an inspiration to see them in the audience and realize that I was once a little kid like them, seeing my first show ever, a chorus line on Broadway. And when I was younger, I did Beating the Beast at the Fox Theater. That was my first show ever. I played Chip the Teacup. And that's when I realized how much I really loved Broadway and really loved theater and acting. So I started acting through that and just realized that this was my path and my gateway. So I know that I'll inspire kids out there to do the same thing just like I'm doing now. I usually just immerse myself in the world of the show. So in this case, it's Jungle Book. So I'm really in character for Baloo, or just really in the storytelling mode, really trying to get the whole purpose of the show across to the kids and across to the audience as much as possible. I love the backstage. I love the theater itself. The acoustics are great, so it's not a problem there. I'm just really, really impressed that you can take this show outside of where it normally is and just really represent everywhere. The show is perfect for all types of venues, and this one is. I'm really gracious that the Porter Sanford could just have us here and let us use their home.
Anytime you get an opportunity to wow the audience, to give them something that they didn't expect. When they drive up, they see a beautiful building. They see free parking. They see clean and friendly ambassadors. You know, they are volunteers. They're so great, we call them ambassadors. But when you come in and sit down and see a production and you leave that production being wowed, I can't think of a better gift that you can give to the community. We see it every day with the many performances and showcases and programs that we have here. But it's just a little bit more special when you have somebody like the Alliance Theater come to your area to really bring a wonderful classic production.
Well, you may know the Alliance Theater is a pretty huge house. It's a Broadway stage. And here at Porter Sanford, as you can see, the set fits in the space beautifully. Porter Sanford has a very special place in my heart. I've been out here quite a few times to run some camps with middle school kids, and those camps have helped me develop middle school shows. And so it's a little bit like coming to another home for me, to come to this community and to share this story here. So since I have worked with young people of Mowgli's age here before, I feel like, oh, this is a good community to bring this to, because this whole community shared their children with me and entrusted me with their children. So I feel like I can give back a little. I mean, there's times I've forgotten when I'm working in the tech of the show that I was actually not at the Alliance Theater, because it looks so beautiful in this space. So it transported me in every way. So I think that this space was just the perfect place for us.
For more information on this production or any of the other activities taking place here at Porter Sanford III Performing Arts and Community Center, make sure you check out their website and sign up for their newsletter. You don't want to miss out. Well, as for me, I'm going to go back and enjoy the show, but I want to say a special thank you to the entire cast and crew of the Alliance Theater. That does it for me here at Porter Sanford III Performing Arts and Community Center. We'll see you next time right here on DCTV.